He managed not to mention the partner to this attack, Israel, which is a genocidal state recognised to be such by Ireland. And in fact, he singled Iran out as a rogue state that shouldn't have nuclear weapons, clearly leaning in to supporting and, being compliant with President Trump on the attack. And he also sent solidarity to the people of Iran, not because they were being bombed by the person sitting beside him, but because they were led by a dictator. A dictator, by the way, I've never heard Micheál Martin speak about in the years before this, I have to say. I think a lot of people have commented on his sort of lauding of Churchill as well, calling, Churchill's intervention into Ireland a difficulty. Is a master of understatement there, and a war hero as well. I think, not correcting the fact that he misgendered the president. He was obviously blithely skipping over the fact he wanted that to be just ignored. I think we have to question why it is that this ritual goes on every year, whereby the Taoiseach of our country, is subservient to American big business, American capitalism and American imperialism, and stays silent on issues that are very important to people in this country. Also a week of International Women's Day to go and meet somebody who's listed in the Epstein files thousands of times, who's consciously trying to stop the Epstein files being explored and investigated through controlling the Ministry of Justice and, controlling the release of the files. And I think the fact that the Taoiseach has to do this year upon year is, just testament to the economic policy where American foreign direct investment is so important. I want to mention as well the protest that's going to take place tonight over the planning permission that's been given to build on the Besborough mother and baby homes. Obviously we'll be going and fully supportive of the protests taking place. I think it's, a desecration to allow 900 apartments to be built on what is a historic site and should be kept as a historic site, but moreover has not been properly excavated for the estimated hundreds of, children's bodies that may be there. Only 64 have been found, but it's thought that there's hundreds more. So I think that it really shows how out of touch the state is in granting a planning permission like that, and it seems to go against one of the findings of the On Commission Pleanála report as well, which did state that it should be excavated and it should be explored. And just lastly to say, I think International Women's Day, we should mark, has become, an important event in Ireland. Thousands of people participated on the protest in Dublin, and, then there was protests in other states as well. And a key message from survivors of that was that we need to, eliminate the misogynistic legal system that inhibits people from coming forward. But also there was a huge anger about the fact that the Taoiseach was meeting Trump during a time when the Epstein files is a massive issue in society. So.
Yeah, yesterday Zoran Mondani, the mayor of New York, in an excellent speech, a largely excellent speech, talked about how Ireland's identity and history was indissolubly tied up with opposition to colonialism,